but has it resolved the cause?
Yeah, I mean, well, depending on how long it's been rubbing for, these brake discs are designed to be running at thousands of degrees. So although you can put the fire out, it's just going to light up again. And the problem now, of course, is that it's left extinguished on the asphalt where Henning Engqvist's car was parked. And you fear for him as well the next time he's got a brake, because it's got extinguishers all over that disc now, and that's not going to help with the retardation. So this could be a hairy first few laps for the Swede, Henning Engqvist, at the wheel of the Algarve Pro Racing car, which is due to start from 7th position. Drama that we didn't quite expect in the initial stages of this race. I think the track is still damp. Let's run you through the grid though. A fabulous qualifying from Philippe Albuquerque yesterday gives him another pole for this season. He'll start alongside G-Drive Racing with Roman Rusanov, the Russian, to start that car with a 1:34.021 and 26. Doing okay in the championship, and I think United see them as a major threat today. Duquesne team with Jonathan Hershey to start will be 3rd alongside another Swiss, Antonin Borger, for Cool Racing from 4th position. Then it's the United Autosports car of Will Owen, who had a spin during the very short warm-up session we had unexpectedly, and he'll start alongside Alexandre Cugnot. And then it's Henning Engqvist with the brake fire just now next to Paul Lafargue, Nicolas Jamin and John Faub. Heading further down the grid, it'll be Sophia Flörsch for Richard Mille Racing Team and Henrik Hedman. The best of the LMP3 cars is the Rob Weldon number 2 car, to be started by the Brit, and Wayne Boyd will get his hands on that car later on in the piece. René Binder for Inter-Europol competition comes next in. He's the last of the LMP2s, with a big story there we will explore during the race. Further down on the LMP3 grid, it's James Dayson for RLR M Sport to start the 15 car alongside Wolfgang Triller for DKR Engineering. Then Esteban Garcia for Real Team Racing, another Swiss squad, and Jim Maguire in the number 3 car, as I mentioned. And the best of the GTE cars will be number 60, which is Claudio Schiavone. He'll start the 60 car from 28th position, just in front of the Proton Competition Porsche of Michael Fassbender to start. Christian Reed's alongside in the sister Proton Competition car number 77. That's the black Porsche that was qualified by Alessio Picariello yesterday, carrying some weight. The 16th row, 55, Duncan Cameron and Manuela Gosner is alongside in a spirited race and an Iron Lynx Ferrari, but they both run out of the AF Corsa stable. And then we have Rodrigo Sales and Michel Broniszewski at the back in car 74, and Broniszewski, I've only just noticed now, has no times whatsoever, so they were all removed. In fact, I think he had them all deleted, or his co-driver did yesterday, so they're going to have to do it the hard way from the back of the grid. The 34 car is a brand new car overnight, delivered from Germany, from the Inter-Europol competition headquarters. That was about a 9-10 hour drive even to get the car on site after Matevers Isakian had a monster accident coming out of Lesmo 2 and damaged the original chassis beyond repair, something he was incredibly gutted about, but he will get to drive, fingers crossed, today. So many stories up and down the pit lane. It wouldn't be a European Le Mans Series round without those, and now all the talking must stop and the drivers have to deliver out on track, and it's not ideal conditions either, with rain overnight. The track's certainly not dry from left to right, so this is, to an extent, a launch into the unknown. We're waiting for the start of the race, and round 4 is now underway with the green flag waved. It is a good getaway from pole position for Phil Hansen, it appears, and Roman Rusanov is way back because he's just been overtaken by Jonathan Hershey. There's a lock-up, though, for the race leader. Can that car be stopped by Phil Hansen? I think he's going to have to straight line, and there's contact further behind, and that is Rusanov in number 26, who just didn't get going. He bogged down an awful lot. The BHK Motorsport car also takes to the cut-through road, and the same scenario as yesterday, which is Roman Rusanov is entirely beached on the sausage curb there. The rear wheels are spinning around, but he is going nowhere. New race leader is Jonathan Hershey for Duquesne team in the dark blue and black car. Second position, Antonin Borger. That suggests to me then that Phil Hansen has had a big drama as well. Where is Phil? He's down in 12th place. Phil started, remember, from pole position they have a chance of clinching the championship today, but already that's so much hard work for Phil Hansen and for Philippe Albuquerque to do, because they've tumbled all the way down to, it gets worse, 13th position now, and behind the LMP3 race leader. Another car off from second position in LMP3 is James Dayson in the number 15 RLR Sport car. Well, I said it was going to be busy. I didn't quite expect that to be the case after 3 corners, Peter Snowden.
I was going to say, after 3 hours, maybe 3 corners, maybe not. I'm just wondering there whether Phil Hansen he got jumped, he got literally mugged by Jonathan Hershey at the start there, down the inside to the point.
Separate from 81 to 74 points, so that'll easily go to Portimao. 83 and 55 though look like they're going to be out of the championship running. However, Iron Link's on course for a podium here at Monza, and the 55 Ferrari Spirited Race looking like a 4th place. But it looks like we're going to be down to a 2-horse race in GTE if those 2 cars stay in the same order. And if 13 does not get the penalty regarding this off-track moment at the second chicane, I think we would have received news about that by now. So into Europole competition looked fine for the race win. And that means that there are going to be no changes in the order. The number 2 car will have 68 points, 13 will have 58 points, so a gap of 10.
Come out of that rather than collected. It was oh, we have forgotten that was there kind of thing. It was like, oops, and tucked back in again, and then did it at the end of the scoring. But again, something so simple that, and how galling would that be with a matter of minutes to go? I'm just going around the car park, normally forgotten that piece of debris there. But it didn't happen, so all okay.
Yeah, it's very easy to do that when you're blinded by the car in front, unsighted, and when you're in the heat of the battle, so easy to overlook these things. Into the Della Roggia chicane, the second of them here at Monza, the left and the right goes Phil Hansen. Now he's got behind him a very rapid looking Tristan Gomondy, but Gomondy's not on the lead lap, he's down in 8th position in reality. I'm not sure, well, knowing Tristan, he might push the issue a little bit to try and get ahead of Phil Hansen. So Phil's going to have to be wary of Tristan Gomondy in his mirrors. He's got 2 GT cars to overtake as well. We're going into a natural pinch point on the circuit, up the inside, and decides to back out of it, which I think is the sensible thing to do. He's got a 7.5 second lead over Alex Brundle. This is the final lap, so you just got to hit your marks. You've got to be neat and tidy through Ascari. Now you can pick the GT cars off on the straight, but Tristan Gomondy's right on his tail, and again I think Phil will be sensible to let that car go as well. This is heads-up driving from Phil Hansen. It's championship-winning driving from Phil Hansen. He comes through Parabolica, and they've not only won the World Endurance Championship, they've not only won the 24 Hours of Le Mans, they've now won the European Le Mans Series. Phil Hansen and Philippe Albuquerque do the treble. Nobody has ever done that in the history of ACO rules racing, and in the space of just a few weeks as well. It's a 1-2 finish for United Autosports. Alex Brundle across the line and home, just 3 seconds adrift in the end with his 2 teammates, Job van Uitert and Will Owen. Congratulations to Inter-Europol competition, to Dino Lunardi and to his teammates,